Okay. Okay. Let's see. Is it live? Looks like it is. Okay. All right. Well, happy Friday, everybody. It's Friday, May 19th, 2023. We're here outside of Megaton in Fallout 3. And this is going to be the location of the next lore video, covering what happened to Megaton, the origins of it, and things like that. I call it What Happened To because that's the way I started titling my videos, and that's just the way I'm going to keep doing it going forward, even if really this is more so the story of the origins of Megaton than anything else. So, why don't we go ahead and just take a quick look around in here. Anybody who... oh,
Here.
yeah, okay, thanks.
No.
Dirty water, thank you. I'm sure most of y'all have played Fallout 3, if not everybody who will watch this has. If you haven't, it's a great game. It was my first Fallout game. Got it back in 08. In my, oh, jeez. It was the first game I think I bought when I was freshman in college. Anyway, though, okay, so I'm gonna not. This isn't gonna be a terribly long stream. I'm just gonna give you some information about Megaton, just some base level stuff there, then talk about the channel a little bit, why it is that I haven't had that much content lately, and why there's going to be more going forward, much more frequently. I mean, so first of all, the interesting thing to note here about the bomb is this is a bomb that was dropped from an airplane, which to me likely says that this is an American bomb that was dropped accidentally on American soil. Now, I don't know that to be 100%, but it seems to me that most of the missiles, most of the bombs that arrived on the East Coast were missiles. So, something to keep in mind there. We're talking about from subs and from bombs that flew all the way over from China. So, my guess is this bomb is a bomb that was initially, again, American. So, other things to note about Megaton real quick. First of all, there are only, like, the parts of about 2 planes here, total. Even though they talk about having built this thing out of planes. So the interesting thing to note is, like, you've got a midsection right there that makes up the armory. You've got the front of the plane right here on the top of Craterside Supply. And you have the rear of the plane right there on the top of the Sims house. Lucas and Hardin Sims. Other than that, there are a few engine parts, and if you go back to the gate, there are a few wings, but otherwise, this town is mostly built out of scrap. This is actually the first town that I've covered with everything being new construction. Everything in the past that I've covered has been previously, there were towns that were already existing. This, of course, was a crater that a bomb fell into, and then a town was built around it, including some of the earliest survivors being members of the Church of the Children of Adam. This was, as far as I know, the origin point of the Church of the Children of Adam as well. The group that you find in Far Harbor, and a few other spots on the coast in Fallout 4. Not just on the coast, but the coastal lighthouse is right next to Crater House, is it? There's also the group that are at the Crater of Adam, and then there's also the Children of Adam that are at Jalbert's, something like that. Jalbert Brothers or something like that. There's a junkyard that they occupy as well that's got a lot of radiation in it. Okay, so they repeated a couple of interiors here. The Sims house and the Player's house have the same exact interior. Along with that, the Church of the Children of Adam is also the same interior as the Common House. So just a couple interesting things to note there. It's that structure right there has the same internal structure as the Church of Adam. Which, I mean, makes sense. We're not talking about them probably producing too much variety here in terms of the overall structure of the town. Other things to note about this place. Let me go show you something that I thought was kind of odd, and I'd never really thought about it before. So we're going to go to the Sims house, because that's where the thought first struck me. Passing the Player house. Going past the piping, and here we are at the Sims house. Oh, it's locked. Okay, well. Oh, that's odd. Did I not just unlock that? I mean, I can pick it if I need to, but... Alright. That's weird that that wasn't working. There we go. Okay. They've got a clock on the wall. Now, here's the question that I have. Why? This house is new construction. There was nothing here before. If anything, there was maybe a little bit of the neighboring town of Springvale. Like, Springvale may have extended down to here before the bombs, but there's no evidence of that. Why would they put up a clock that is stuck in time? No clocks in the game move. And yet we have this one right here, where they clearly installed this after the fact, with it being completely broken. I can't explain that. I don't know if anybody else has thought about that before, but I thought that was kind of strange. Along with that, let's go up. Okay. Hey, PT Buns, I'm glad you enjoy my videos. Okay, here we are over the Sims house. Now you can see there's a chunk of the plane here. Now if you look at the interior skin of the airplane, it looks fairly reasonable. Like the maybe the interior plastic lining is broken off. Yeah, maybe they'd want a reminder of the old world, but it also seems like they could have probably fixed some of these clocks. I guess maybe they didn't really want to put working clocks in the game, but it's just kind of strange. So yeah, again, it looks like the interior surface has probably fallen off, the cosmetic surface. But if you look at the outside of the plane, this looks like it's made out of like patchwork of plates, which you have to wonder why. Hey Edwin, good to see you. I still use that what's it called? I cannot remember the name of the gun. I'm still using the gun you gave me in Fallout 76. Let's see. So again, yeah, the armory here. I mean, I could see maybe the armory, the fixer, yes. I kept coming to a word with that started with a C, and I knew that wasn't right, and I don't know why I thought that, but regardless, I could see them repairing the surface of the armory in order to keep the armory safe, but it's honestly kind of strange that the exterior surface of the planes looks almost like they built the planes out of scrap material. It is. It really is the best rifle. And you look down here and you can see there's a whole bunch of rivets down on this section, but there's none up above. I don't know. It seems a little bit strange like that. What were some of the other things I noted here? Made some notes here. Let's see. Oh yeah. When I was playing through the game, like the first dozen times I did, I never once went into the armory because it's always been locked. So I ended up unlocking it to go see what's inside. You got Deputy Steele here, who's probably going to kill me unless I just kill him with commands. But beyond that... Oh, alright, I've got clipping off. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a video here on Megaton. But if we look here at this terminal, which can also unlock... Okay. You can use this terminal to shut off Deputy Steele and Deputy Weld. Now, we just killed Deputy Steele with commands. Deputy Weld is actually out in front of the town. He's the Protectron. I'll turn the clipping off again just so I can get over there quickly. He's the Protectron out in front of the town. Head over there now. There's also a couple of spots here that look like watchtowers, although I don't know how you're supposed to get up to them. Alright, let's check this out. Yep. There's Deputy Weld. Now, along with that, there's this water beggar out here named Mickey. Mickey can potentially survive the entirety of the game, and then in the... This is so weird when you're not clipping. Like, sometimes the controls move backwards. So, for example, if I'm moving backwards and trying to go back and right, I move back and left. Anyway, though, okay, so Mickey can survive the entire game, only to die in the Broken Steel expansion, the DLC, when he's given Aqua Cura, the radiation-loaded Aqua Pura that you make with the Jefferson Memorial. I gotta tell you, there are few times in video games that I've actually found myself, like, physically enraged, but I have to say that when you come across the cultists here in the Aqua Cura section, Let's see if they're in there right now. Just you can't get into them normally. No. Okay. It's not hooked up, I guess, until the broken steel part. But when you find the water that you have just managed to get purified from the water purifier that your father died to get working, and you find them adding radiation to the water, like, I have never been so enraged in a video game than when I found that. I'm sure that there are other little parts of the quest, and I'm going to have to examine that before I put the video out, but I just gunned them all down the first time through the game. I was so angry. Okay. What else to talk about? I think I got one more note here. Let's see. Yeah, I went up to the Sims house for the catwalk that's up there. Along with that, I mean, it's not necessarily something that pertains to, well, obviously does not pertain to the actual canonical game, but what I used to do when I first got Fallout 3 on the PC was I came out here and I found one of these houses, and I think this is the house that Silver lives in. Let's check. Yep.
Yeah. What? Who?
Anyway, so yeah, I took the interior cell of Silver's house, copied it, and added new doors to this house over here, and turned this into my house in a way that I didn't have to actually mess with the atomic bomb in the center of Megaton to get a house. So, again, nothing canonical, obviously, but it's something that I did like 6 times over when I went through the game the first few times. And it just recreated the cell, changed the ownership of everything to myself. It's the only mod I've ever made, and it's not something that I ever released to the public, but it was something that was useful, because it's not like it gave me anything overpowered, but it gave me a house that I could store my stuff in while I was out wandering the wastes, without having to interact with a nuclear bomb to either set it off or disarm it. So, anything else I've got here? Yeah, I mean, the rest of it's stuff that'll come up in the lore video, and that other stuff will too, but it's going to be in the notes. I'm not going to talk about the house with Silver. Yeah, Fallout 3, it really does, like, again, it was my first Fallout game, so it has a special place in my heart because of that, but it really does feel special. Let's see. Okay, so again, I wasn't going to make this a terribly long stream, but I'm just going to give you all some basic information about why it is that I've only been putting out videos probably every 3 weeks or so recently. And, well, some of it is because things like that last Surveillance video I put out was ridiculously intense in the amount of work that was involved with making the maps, collecting all the loot and stuff, and documenting all that stuff. I've also just had a bad streak of things in real life. So, for example, my wife's car failed, and her job is downtown, and we had 2 cars, we're now down to 1. So my job is only about 7 miles away, so she ends up driving downtown with the car back and forth, and so I've been walking or riding my bike. And so when I was riding my bike, I actually fell off my bike twice within the span of 2 weeks. The first time I didn't really hurt myself all that bad, just a little bit of rock lodged in my shin. Second time, I ended up cracking a rib, damaging something in my wrist, and injuring. I had my head hit the pavement. Luckily, I was wearing a helmet. But ever since that time, I've been walking home. So a minimum of 3 days a week, I'm walking, and we're talking in like 85, 90 degree heat if it's not raining. So generally, by the time I get home, I'm not terribly enthused about the concept of getting into producing lore videos. So, but next week, my wife goes to the night shift, which is going to suck because I'm not going to be able to see her as much on those days. But it does mean that I will have a car again. So, because I'll be able to drive it in the day, she'll be picking it up in the evening and driving at night. Again, it's going to suck on those because she's a nurse. She works 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts when she goes in. But it will mean that I can actually drive home again. I can get more work done in the evenings. And again, it's going to suck, but at the same time, it will mean that my content output will increase dramatically. So look forward to that. Again, Megaton is my next video. I'm really hoping to get that thing out by Monday. I do have a couple things I have to get done this weekend as well, but I'm going to do my best, absolute best to get it out Monday so I can make sure to get another video out before the end of the month. So Anyway, it was good to see you all. It was good to talk to you. And I'm definitely going to make this thing longer next time. We'll actually chat a bit more, but I do have to get to work and get some stuff done. So it does take a special kind of person to be a nurse, and she's now serving as a nurse in the labor and delivery ward. So she's getting to deliver babies into the world, deal with the mothers before and after and stuff like that. So she's having a good time doing that. So anyway, it's been great to see you all, and I will see you all next week sometime. I don't know exactly when. I can probably actually start to set up a real schedule now, so hopefully I'll be able to tell you. It'll be like Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, something like that, and I will see you all then. So have a great weekend, and I will see you all next week.